The witches of pop culture have a general reputation for being evildoers with magical powers. But why, as gay men, do we love them so much? Well, we do have a lot in common. Not only do the gays just love to see a woman in power, witches are also often misunderstood outsiders who in many cases either have to disguise themselves to fit in, or are purely ostracized from the rest of society. Watching these misfits learn to wield power in situations that will no longer make them helpless is a storyline the gay community can really get behind. Welcome to the Sassy Gay Sass Off, where I'll be counting down the top 10 iconic witches of film and television. In the 10th spot is the one and only Samantha from the television show Bewitched. Samantha became iconic to the world as one of the first on-screen witches that weren't wart-faced, broom-riding cacklers. Samantha was just an adorable witch trying to live that housewife life. She was a pioneer of her time and iconic for her nose-twitching magic. She was later canonized on film in 2005, portrayed by none other than our boss-ass queen, Nicole Kidman. The number 9 spot goes to the powerful Disney witch, Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty. Growing up, Maleficent mostly terrified me, but at the same time, at the very end, she turns into a dragon, which is pretty sick. It really wasn't until her role was made that much more iconic by badass Angelina Jolie in the live-action adaptation that I really started to love her. While the animation kinda sucked and the storyline was kinda meh, we do get to know a little bit more of Maleficent's backstory and why she turned out evil. She's basically the equivalent of a mean gay, which makes us relate and love her even more. Dorothy. In the number 8 spot, the real icon in The Wizard of Oz is the Wicked Witch of the West. That cackle, the army of flying monkeys. I mean, she's a bit of an eyesore, but I personally think she was just misunderstood. Actually, the musical Wicked follows the Wicked Witch's story through Elphaba, originally played by Idina Menzel, and shows a more human side to her. And why do we love her? I mean, music plus magic. Can you say gay icon any louder? In the number 7 spot is Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Originally a spin-off character from the Archie comic books, Sabrina Spellman came to life on film, then television, via Melissa Joan Hart in the 90s. And now, Sabrina has returned. A little more pint-sized, but this dark take on the comic book character gives us those The Craft meets Stranger Things vibes. I am so into it. At number 6 is the one and only wiry-haired keener of the Harry Potter series, Hermione Granger, played by real-life Queenie Emma Watson. Hermione is the one that gets basically everyone out of trouble. She starts off as an ugly duckling, but by the end of the series turns into a kick-ass, powerful-ass queen witch. Basically the story of every gay's life. Real talk, the series should have been called Hermione and Company because she's the real star of that story. At number 5 are all 3 witch sisters from the movie Hocus Pocus. This cult classic was such a joy to watch as a kid. And while at times the witches could get a little scary, Bette Midler became iconic in this role. And of course you can't say gay icon without an iconic musical number. I Put a Spell on You will go down in history as a Halloween classic. The sea witch Ursula takes her number 4 spot. I feel for Ursula. All she really wanted to do was be a part of that Atlantis community, but instead got banished away with 2 eels. While she may have some ulterior motives with Ariel, she was just misunderstood. It's not her fault that all those other mermaid couples were too dumb to pay her back. Have you seen her spot? Bitch gotta pay that rent. Also, we can't forget her transformation into evil Ariel. Not gonna lie, I was low-key rooting for her. The number 3 spot is loaded with witches because I couldn't just choose one. Season 3 of American Horror Story centers around a coven in New Orleans, led by the one and only Jessica Lange, who plays the Queen Bee, Fiona Good. But the list doesn't stop there. We got Gabrielle Sidibe, Emma Roberts, Thaisa Farmiga, Lily Rabe, Frances Conroy, Jamie Brewer, Sarah Paulson, Angela Bassett plowing through the season like boss-ass witches. Do I need to explain any more? And why so iconic? The season focuses in on the witches being persecuted throughout the ages and how they had to find a way to survive. It's essentially the gay storyline through history, but with magic. Hella relatable. The number 2 spot has been saved for a sisterhood that will go down in badass witch history. The Hallowell Sisters. Watching these demon-killing witches on Charmed growing up gave me life. Prue, played by real-life bad girl Shannon Doherty, could fling shit with her mind and even astral project. Piper, played by Holly Marie Combs, could freeze time and blow things up. Phoebe, played by bubbly Alyssa Milano, could predict the future. And the last edition, Paige, played by Rose McGowan, was half witch, half healer. They were just the coolest chicks. And why gay icons? Well, one of my favorite episodes is when the world finds out about the witches and it goes into full out mania. Their secrets being revealed are actually the reason why one of them gets killed. There are a lot of direct parallels to the marginalization of the gay community. Finally, in the number 1 spot is the witches from the 90s cult classic, The Craft. Teenage outsiders hailing the darkness to get superpowers? Take all my money right now. Before they turn on each other, the witches do find a way to get back at some of the people that treated them like crap. And why gay icons? Don't even tell me you've never tried Light as a Feather at sleepovers after watching this movie. And that's it. What did you think? Did I miss any of your favorite witches? Comment below. And if you enjoy this content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.